we agreed I will be this here now to maintain the balance of Mother Earth's stance, her journey. So I have agreed to come and be Robin at this point in history because I can take on my family lineage and I can heal a lot of it. I can break a lot of cycles. It's just really been a purpose of mine is to break cycles. It's crazy. Like I realized I was breaking cycles before I knew what that meant. And so it's, it can be very harsh and yet it's, it's so much gratitude that I approach it with because once you get in there and you start playing around with it and you bring awareness and you see how it starts to play out in your life. Patterns where you were stuck and you didn't know why. Like money is a good one for family stuff. If you've got a family who you trace your lineage back and you came from castle living and royalty, chances are pretty unlikely you've got money problems now. But if you trace back and you came from peasants and, and nomads and people who had nothing to do with money, and you have money issues now, but you put in all the work, you've got your 20-year plan and you've stepped and you've manifested and you do all the things, but you're still stuck, that's lineage. That's lineage. Then you go back and you find where the lineage, like a lot of people, we have ancestors who remember coming through the depression, and they do things like they save things that everybody else throws away, you know, and there's positives and negatives to all of that. But the point is, some people will come through the depression and one lineage will see that as a challenge to rise above. Another lineage never made it out. Like if people died from starvation or no place to live, then see, so everybody's lineage experienced the depression, but in a different way, and there will be different gifts. But even in what looks like a negative, there's a very positive gift to be grateful for. You receive both with gratitude. And the point is not to um extinguish anything, but to bring it into balance. It's all just bring it all into balance with what's happening with you now. It's like I personally am one of those people who I save everything and I'm not a hoarder, not like that. But it's like I could be. I could go there. but but it's like I write up and it's like I ration it out so it's like next year and I that is habits that I saw my grandmother do because she was a young mom during the depression and yet at the same time First Nations teachings is you never take more than what you need and so I have that where it's like okay well I could be doing that rationing out and planning all my stuff, making sure I'm not throwing things away from fear-based habits out of my grandmother surviving the depression, or I can bring all of these habits, I can bring awareness to the fact that I'm doing those habits, copying my grandmother, and then I can raise that frequency to never take more than what you need, living in balance with Pachamama, because she always gives everything we need unconditionally. It is always there. So by raising that habit to a different awareness, bring a different awareness to the habit, haven't really changed my habit. I've just kind of changed a little bit of why and how I do it. You see, and for me, I understand that as raising the frequency of that pattern that I have in my life. And when I do that, then gifts start to show up, you know? And it is wonderful because then you realize when all of a sudden you'll have a realization that you're not stuck anymore. And then you can sit with that for one extra little minute and realize I've just changed the lineage. And just kind of sit in that and just let that be, let that light flow out because it's going to flow to the past, to the present, and to the future.